Is bigger better? Do you need a big sluice box running a lot of pay dirt to have a good day on the gold? I'm going to argue that you don't. 1 week ago, I found some nice coarse pieces of gold up in this erosion gully. And today, after a massive thunderstorm, we have water to process. I'm getting the Gold Fox Mini dialed in. I have some expanded mesh over AstroTurf, and I'm also utilizing the Gold Rat River Sluice with Dream Mat Microcell. And of course, I've got my amazing helper, Miss Fern. This main trench has some very nice concentrations of gold. It forks at this point. There's not much gold coming out of that one, and there's a heap of nice coarse flakes coming out of this one. The gold disappears at this point, so we're going to take as much dirt from here all the way down through the main trench as I can. And it's such a beautiful day, I don't mind taking my time with it. Get rid of the sticks. That white material there is decomposing granite. The gold is stuck on top of it, not in it. We want to remove all of this brown material. That's where our gold is. Obviously, I don't have a stream today. I've got this big, very shallow puddle that we're going to be recirculating the water. And that way we've got the tailings hopefully discharging in at the end of the pond. And some of the sediment and whatnot will filter out before it gets back to my pump. Just for the first bucket, there's an okay amount of black sand in some of these riffles. Yeah. It's not a big sluice box, so we're going to clean it out once, probably every 2 buckets. Let's work on that second bucket. I am maximizing the gold by only taking the main pay streak. There is a little bit of gold up here and there is a little bit of gold up here. But gold prospecting is like so many hobbies. You want to do the minimum amount of effort for the maximum amount of reward. I am not going to chase a lead that has 10 specks in it when I have a lead in the center that has 100 specks per pan in it. Oh, he's like it lighter. Five minutes later, and it's clean out time. And that is why we clean out, because we've filled the little sluice with black sand. To err on the side of caution, it's so simple to clean out a little sluice like this. A big one, I would keep running, but also on a big one, you'd have more space. We've got one tiny little puddle of clean water down here, and we're going to ruin it. Here it is, the rough pan down. Let's find out how much we got for our 2 unclassified buckets from the very top of the drawer. Oh, I see little pieces of gold coming through the black sand already. Yeah! Oh, for Reedy Creek, man, these are quite coarse little flakes. Look at that. Just 2 little buckets. It's taken me 20 minutes of work, including filming, to get that. That's really not that bad. It should get richer too as we go down that drawer. So let's get some more buckets. I know we've got at least like 6 or 7 buckets to do on this side, but just behind me I spotted a really likely one and I want to test pan it. If this has gold in it, it just gives us another place we can take more dirt from when we finish this first gutter. Whoa, look at the black sand. No nuggets. Oh, look at that. Look at that flake. Not a good spec count, but damn. All right. I have energy and time at the end of the day. We'll work that. The richest main section of this gutter is completely taken. We're down to that decaying granite. We know there's no gold going up there. So after I run that bucket through the sluice, I'm going to take a test pan out of this channel just to make sure the gold is still good. Because I am not running worthless dirt through a tiny sluice. The mini sluice is about as fast as panning. It's not necessarily faster. The difference is panning takes a lot of physical energy. Feeding a sluice doesn't. It means that ultimately if you go all day, you're going to get more dirt moved using a unit like this because you're not going to tire out. And that's where the benefit of using a system like this comes in. Out of curiosity, I'm going to take this piece of minus moss out. Let's just see what that top piece of minus moss is actually capturing. Alright, this is just from one bucket. Oh, one bucket. Oh, yeah, I told you these were fat flakes for this area. I don't see gold like that very often at all. Like, they are some nice flakes. There's a lot of black sand in this pan. Look at all that black sand. I hope it's rich enough to mine. Oh, it's plenty rich enough. But there is a lot of very fine gold flakes all through that black sand. That's the hard decaying bedrock. That's hard decaying bedrock. And we've got this dip. That is where you get these really rich micro pockets of gold out here. You can get like up to 1,000 specks in a pan from a pocket like that. That right there is the last of our 4th bucket from the main channel. First things first, we'll get that piece of manus moss. Then we flush the system. These are our beautiful looking concentrates. So this is 1 bucket from the first little drawer and then 1 bucket from the main trench. I didn't clean out the dream mat at the bottom. Most of our fine gold will be in that, so we should only see the larger pieces in here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, buddy, look at that. That is a tasty potato. I love these micro deposits. They're not easy to find, but when you do find them, they can pay out big.
2,000 years later.
I finished that main part of the creek in 2 more buckets. I've done 1 more bucket on top of that, and this is the clean out. The main channel gold started petering out, so I called it quits there and opened up a new little trench in a new spot. Hopefully, this shows some decent colour. This is what I got out of the rest of the main channel. Oh, look at those flakes. Oh, they are nice. Oh, they are real nice. Coarse little bits. Yeah, buddy. As much as I want to keep using that little high banker back there, I have cut through the main paste streak, and therefore I need to go back to test panning so I don't waste my time. This might not look like much, but it's got potential. We've got river gravels in a nice pile, and we've got a really nice concentrator running up here. Your dirt, sir. Oh, that's a lot of black sand. We like black sand because it tells us the heavies are accumulating in that area, and I've barely taken any off. A fat line of black sand at the back of the pan. Hopefully it's identified as a deposit. And kind of? Yeah, kind of. We've got heaps of very fine gold, not that really coarse chunky stuff we're after in this area. I think it's about time to head home, clean up our gold, crack a beer, and see how much gold we actually got working micro deposits with a tiny sluice box.
Rarely are good gold takes dependent on how much dirt you move. If you're treating your amateur gold prospecting like Parker Schnobel and just trying to pump through heaps of dirt, sure, you might walk away with some good gold, but also a broken back. Concentrate instead on finding the best and hottest pay streaks. Some of them are tiny, maybe only a few inches wide and a few feet long. But when you're getting a couple hundred or a couple thousand specks a pan, you can have a really good day in just a few buckets.
Just 6 buckets of dirt and all of that gold. If that does nothing for you, there's nothing more I can do for you. My guess, 1.12 grams. Leave your guess in the comments below. Oh damn, I actually got reasonably close. 1.34, I was over. That means in just 6 buckets, well that's 5 fingers, that counts as 6 buckets. 1.34 grams of gold is worth $114.22 Australian at the time of recording, which is $19 a bucket. That is literally like walking around and picking money up off the ground. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please give your dog a big scratch behind the ears for me. Peace, and I'm out.